This guitar is a 1960s Epiphone Olympic. I'm not sure of the exact year of the guitar, but the date code on one of the pots is 65, so I'm going to go with 1965 for now. I have a previous video about this guitar, and in that video I was thinking that it was a Gibson Melody Maker that somebody had modified. But since then I've learned that it's actually an Epiphone Olympic, which is close to a Gibson Melody Maker, but has some slight differences in the body shape and the headstock shape, and the pickguard is also a little different. So I ordered a new pickup for the Epiphone and it just came in. This is from Lollar Pickups. So let's take a look. So this is a pickup they make that's, I think it's basically a P90 or close to a P90, but it's made to be able to fit into the cavity that's already carved into a Melody Maker. And my guitar isn't a Melody Maker, it's an Epiphone Olympic, which is really close to a Gibson Melody Maker, but a little different. So I'm hoping this will still fit an Epiphone Olympic. And yeah, looks like should fit just fine. But it won't fit the original pickguard, so I'll need to make a new pickguard. Because I don't think I want to cut this up. I think I'll just leave that and make something new. And before I install the new pickup, there are a few things that I want to do. First, I'm wondering if maybe the original logo is still on the headstock under the blue paint. And this is obviously not the original paint. So I'm just going to take some fine steel wool and some mineral spirits, see if I can rub through the blue paint and see what's underneath. Well, I'm cutting through, but I don't see any logo. It looks like it's just the raw wood. I don't even see any black underneath there. Well, since there's no original finish under here, might as well just take all of this off now. So as I was removing the paint from the headstock, the nut came off, and it took some of the wood with it. It was glued down, and it pulled out some of the wood. So I want to try and get that. Wood back on there, and it's a very thin layer, and I'm sure I wouldn't be able to get it off of here without destroying it. So I'm thinking I'm going to glue it back in, and then try to just pry the nut off of the wood underneath it, and hopefully the wood will stay behind. But I also noticed that the fretboard has lifted a little bit towards the end here, just maybe around the first fret, almost to the second. So I want to glue that down, and then I'll glue the nut back down. I'll just try to get some glue down into here and clamp it up. And I'm going to use hide glue here. And there it goes. Oh. Okay, time to make the pickguard now. That will fit the new pickup. And I'm just going to use a piece of hardboard for now, just to get the pickup in and see how everything works. And then at some point I'll make the real pickguard with whatever material I decide I want to use. And I'll just tape the original pickguard to the piece of hardboard with some double-sided tape, and then I'll take it to the router and trim it down with a flush cut bit. I'm going to cut out the holes for the controls and also the screw holes here at the drill press. Okay, so I got all of the holes cut out, screw holes, mounting holes, and I did a test fit for the pickup, and it fits just fine. To make this hole here for the pickup, I used one of these diagrams that are on the Lollar website, and this is actually a Melody Maker pickguard, and the Olympic pickguard is a little bit different, so I couldn't use the whole thing, but all I really needed was this anyway. I also installed this new bridge from Mojo Axe. The original bridge was intonated for a wound G string, but I'm going to use an unwound G string. This new bridge is intonated for an unwound G string. And before we hear the new pickup, let's take a listen to the original pickup. So overall, it's really quiet and doesn't seem to be putting out much in the way of low frequencies. It doesn't sound like it's broken, it just seems like it's a bright, thin, weak pickup. And just for comparison, here's a Telecaster pickup, which is louder and just overall fuller sounding. And now let's hear the new pickup. And here I'm playing through a Fender Bandmaster amp. And for a completely different sound, here it is through an old Bell & Howell FilmOSound amp, and this is completely stock, except for the bread pan. I added that, but it is a vintage bread pan. I think the new pickup sounds great. It's nice and full sounding, and it's louder than the original. Not too loud, but just right. I think it's a great upgrade. Stay tuned to this channel for more video updates of this guitar and whatever else I happen to be working on. Thanks for watching.